What's an astronomical insecurity? Well, sure, we probably got some of those too. But have you ever thought about what it means to be astrologically insecure? I'll give you a minute. What comes up for you? I mean, were the Mayans astrologically insecure? They were wrong about 2012, so that must make them insecure, right? I mean, if the world had ended, they would have been correct and therefore not actually just insecure. The fact that few, if any of us, would have been here to witness the fulfillment of their Armageddon prophecy is simply beside the point. I suppose we should be grateful that they were incorrect and insecure versus right on the money. But what's the cost of that insecurity? It's not just them. We can talk about any of the cult leaders or doomsday groups or that are out there, or and the immeasurable harm they're capable of doing to certain people at sort of an individual level, not to mention the distraction factor that they provide for the rest of us. I mean, who needs it, right? After all, we got people all around us, pretty much every day, running headlong into their own self-fulfilling prophecies. And they're somehow making the worst come true for themselves and manifesting the worst out of what could otherwise be a perfectly lovely situation. And let me be clear, I'm not trying to downplay things like true accidents or natural disasters where tragedy occurs out of nowhere. I've seen tornadoes firsthand, seen them emerge out of storm clouds like a finger of God and just carve a path of destruction seemingly randomly across the plains. So, does that count as an astrological insecurity? Just some random thing that happens to people that just happen to be in the way? I guess that makes the rest of us real lucky, right? Who knows for sure? Certainly not me. I'm astrologically insecure, though. Yep, I was born a month early. My star sign is wrong, right? Are my horoscopes all off for my entire life? Where do I fit in? I'm not like my contemporaries, and I'm not sure I fit in with the ones I was supposed to be born with. Okay, I know that seems like an absurd line of thinking, but given what we know, it's not all that far off from religion or thoughts of fate and destiny. I mean, why are you who and how you are? What are the reasons that the things in your life happen to you? Was it all meant to be? Think about the farthest distance any human has traveled from the Earth. And for the sake of argument, let's just call it the moon. Then think about how vast our tiny little solar system is. How many times has our solar system spun around the core of our home, the Milky Way galaxy? In the 13 billion or so years that the universe is estimated to have been around, where have we been? Where will you be next year at this time? I'd be willing to bet that if you're alive at all, you won't be more than a planet away from me, which also assumes that I'm alive, or maybe I'm just like dead and buried. But you're probably still going to be about a planet away or less. And yet, we will both have traveled through space and time to a relatively, pun intended, predictable point. Predestined, predetermined, fate, destiny, the will of God. Certainly not for me to decide for you. I already admitted that I'm astrologically insecure. It kind of takes the pressure off, doesn't it? Anyway, it might be a bit early for thinking about next year. Our astrological forecasting is only going to do so much for us before it gets to the point of diminishing returns. But what about the Mayans? I mean, did that guy just get bored and quit working on the calendar? Were they totally wrong, or Maybe it was just like the original typo, and it's all going to end tomorrow. Not with a prophecy or a prediction, just end. I certainly don't know. I hope not. But if you do, I'm just going to leave it there. You've got my take. What say you?